Get ready for the action because the Knicks and Cavaliers are locked in for the Eastern Conference Finals. Jalen Brunson and his team have the edge in this grueling series, and we break down exactly why New York is poised for a massive run. We dive into the odds, the matchups, and what it all means for the championship picture. Into on-court efficiency. We examine the defensive synergy provided by OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges that gives New York a supreme advantage. And finally, the moment is here. The Knicks and Cavaliers are set to battle it out at Madison Square Garden for Game 1 of the conference finals. We analyze the surging performance of Jalen Brunson, the impact of Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, and what this means for the entire Eastern Conference landscape. Don't miss a second of this showdown. The New York Knicks enter a crucial Eastern Conference Finals matchup against the Cleveland Cavaliers, with predictions favoring Jalen Brunson and his team to edge out the series. Following a dominant sweep of the Philadelphia 76ers, the Knicks have been preparing for this test against the Cavaliers for 8 days. Mike Brown's squad is heavily favored, coming in as a -250 favorite on the score bet, while Cleveland is projected as +200 underdogs. The Cavaliers' path to the series hinged on overcoming a difficult 2-0 start against the Pistons, though they ultimately faltered in Game 7. Cleveland has shown significant improvement, posting their best net rating of the playoffs and the 4th best among all playoff teams in a 4-game stretch against Detroit. However, the challenges against the Cavaliers are distinct. The size of the Cleveland team, anchored by Evan Mobley and Jarrett Allen, presents a significant hurdle for New York. The Knicks will need key players like Karl-Anthony Towns and Mitchell Robinson to remain healthy and avoid being overwhelmed by the Cavaliers' big men. Statistically, the Knicks hold an advantage, leading all playoff teams with a total net rating of 20 and boasting an impressive 40.8% shooting from three-point range, while maintaining a higher rebounding average at 44.7 per game compared to the Cavaliers' 42.1. Despite the recent regular season record, the series outcome is in question. Experts project the Knicks to secure their first NBA Finals appearance since 1999, contingent on winning Game 1. The play is set for the Knicks to win Game 1 and the series, with odds reflecting a -150 line on DraftKings. The analysis suggests that while Cleveland presents a tougher matchup than the previous opponent, the Knicks are positioned as the superior team to win Game 1 and potentially clinch the series. The New York Knicks are maintaining a tight lid on a significant injury update ahead of their Eastern Conference Finals Series opener against the Cleveland Cavaliers. Despite widespread speculation that OG Anunoby will be ready for Game 1, Coach Mike Brown has remained non-committal regarding the veteran forward's status, just over 24 hours before the tip-off. During a recent practice media session, Brown confirmed that the team had fully prepared for the upcoming matchup, assuring the media that everyone, including Anunoby, had practiced in full. However, when pressed on his availability for the series opener, Brown deliberately stopped short of providing a definitive answer, deferring to the medical staff's assessment. This cautious approach aligns with Brown's established reputation for playing coy regarding team news, a tactic he employed even when Anunoby initially strained his hamstring in Game 2 of the semifinals series against Philadelphia, where Brown stated he knew nothing about the situation. At that time, Brown suggested he only included Deuce McBride in the stretch because he did not see the forward on the sidelines. Anunoby will have had just under 3 weeks of rest and recovery leading into Tuesday's contest. While his initial hamstring strain was considered a tweak, It remains one of the team's worst-kept secrets, suggesting he is likely to be active, barring an unforeseen setback. Analysts caution that the forward should not be expected to return to his pre-injury form immediately, as hamstring strains require careful management. Despite the ambiguity, expectations are high that Anunoby will be available for Game 1. The focus now shifts to Coach Brown and the medical team to manage his status throughout the series. Anunoby has been a significant difference-maker for the Knicks, posting impressive postseason averages including 21.4 points, 7.5 rebounds, 1.9 steals, and 1.1 blocks on a 61.9% floor shooting mark. The New York Knicks' success is not solely built on grit and determination, but on a highly structured support system that converts hard work into on-court efficiency. Head coach Mike Brown has successfully leveraged the team's reputation for fighting spirit into a strategic advantage, with talented role players proving crucial to their dominant run to the Eastern Conference Finals. A key strategic shift involves improving perimeter play. Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony garner attention, but the stability of the roster comes from players who translate effort into execution. Specifically, Josh Hart's increased three-point efficiency, reaching 41.3%, has fundamentally altered defensive schemes. This improved shooting forces opponents to respect his spacing, opening up the middle of the floor for high-low actions and driving lanes. Furthermore, Hart's aggressiveness after securing rebounds has boosted the team's pace, creating early shot clock opportunities and increasing possessions. Defensively, the Knicks rely on an interlocking system on the perimeter featuring OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. This duo provides versatile, two-way threats capable of guarding multiple positions, shielding primary scorers like Brunson and neutralizing opposing offensive setups. To disrupt opponent rhythm in high-stakes games, the Knicks acquired Jose Alvarado. Serving as an anchor to the second unit, Alvarado's impact goes beyond his scoring. His relentless full-court pressure forces teams to expend significant energy, consistently disrupting half-court offenses and eliminating set plays by limiting the time available for opponents to execute. While his scoring is replaceable, his defensive disruption is invaluable. Ultimately, the Knicks' status as legitimate title contenders stems from their elite supporting cast. These role players possess the basketball intelligence to transform a hardworking mentality into consistent effectiveness by spreading the floor, maximizing transition opportunities, dominating the wings defensively, and disrupting opponent flow. The Eastern Conference Finals are set to ignite as the New York Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers clash in a highly anticipated matchup at Madison Square Garden. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers will face Jalen Brunson and the Knicks in Game 1, marking the start of the conference finals and the Christmas schedule. This contest is clearly positioned by NBA schedule makers as the marquee event of the Eastern Conference. The rivalry has reached a fever pitch. The Knicks have demonstrated a record-setting playoff surge, achieving 7 consecutive wins and outscoring Atlanta and Philadelphia by a combined 194 points in their first 10 postseason games, with both teams reaching 140 points in series clinchers. Conversely, the Cavaliers, bolstered by the acquisition of James Harden, made a strong run, notably defeating the #1 seed Detroit in the second round. Despite finishing third in the East and fourth overall, the teams have evolved significantly. Cleveland reclaimed its status as the season's betting favorite after acquiring Harden, while the Knicks ascended to the top earlier in the postseason. Coach Kenny Atkinson of the Cavaliers described the Knicks as a juggernaut, noting the significance of point differential in the playoffs. The Cavaliers' performance has been driven by contributions beyond Mitchell and Harden. Jarrett Allen averaged 23 points, and Evan Mobley provided 21 points and 12 rebounds, highlighting the depth of the Cavs' rotation. Historically, the Knicks have held a significant advantage over Cleveland in playoff matchups, winning 5 of their first 6 meetings in the 2023 playoffs. Both coaching staffs carry notable history. Jalen Brunson and Tom Thibodeau, the Knicks coach, have shared coaching experiences, while Kenny Atkinson has ties to the Knicks organization through his assistant work. The teams are entering this critical juncture with contrasting rhythms. The Knicks have been on a sustained run, while the Cavaliers have had a brief respite. The intensity of this matchup promises a high-stakes battle for Eastern Conference supremacy.